What's going on, guys? Red Bull Tanker, and welcome back to Axis and Allies 1914, turn 11 for the United States. All right, coming back. So we have the British. Whoops. We have the British with 27. They bought 4 transports for London. Whoops. 4 transports in London. And then bought a militia infantry here in the Sudan. And as you can see, you can't quite see it, but this was that infantry piece that I broke during the French turn. Just a little bit of glue, and he is completely back to normal, which is good, which is very, very good. All right, combat for the Brits. All right, the Brits attacked in India. 2 infantry and an artillery against an Ottoman infantry. The Brits killed it and didn't lose anything, so Britain liberated India. And that was actually Britain's only attack. The rest was non-combats, which was they moved some of their they moved part of their army in. They moved their army from Kiel into Hanover. And then with 3 transports, brought 3 infantry, 2 artillery, and a fighter into Kiel. And, another combat. This cruiser went into Sea Zone 11 and got the free kill on the German transport in Sea Zone 11. So they got that free kill. And then at the end of the turn, Britain collected 31 IPC. Ottomans. The Ottomans had 28 to spend. They did 3 infantry in Persia, 3 infantry here, and 3 infantry in Constantinople. Combat. The the Ottomans in Serbia tried to attack the Albania pocket. They got close. They killed 2 Italian infantry and an artillery. And the Italians took out 2 Ottoman infantry. So unfortunately for the Central Powers, the Albania pocket is still there, but it is very, 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 very weak. And then on the non-combat, the Ottomans took forces from Constantinople, pushed them down to this territory, and then collected 28 IPC. Italy with 13 bought 4 infantry. Combat, they brought 1 more infantry in and attacked the 2 Austrians in Tuscany. It was a 2 for 2, so Tuscany was saved. The Italian fleet, a battleship and a submarine, went into Sea Zone 18 against a Austrian cruiser and battleship. After many rounds of rolling, the Italians came out the victors with a damaged battleship, while the Austrians lost a cruiser, a battleship, and then a transport. And then also, the Italians did launch a small counterattack in Venice against the Austrians, which didn't go too bad. The Austrians lost an infantry, 3 artillery, and a fighter, while the Italians lost 6 infantry. That was it for combat. No non-combats. Deployed their 4 infantry in Piedmont, and then Italy collected 12 plus 1 that they saved for 13 IPC. All right. Oh shoot. Over to the United States with 24 IPC to spend. Let's see. For 24 IPC, they were just going to do the same purchase. So 6 units, so 4 infantry, 2 artillery, which was 12. So that's 20. So the U.S. spent 20 and saved 4. 1 second. Yeah, saved 4 IPC. The U.S. does not have any combat this turn, just non-combats, which Give me 2 seconds here. I'm just going to do this real quick. Gonna put that there. Put this here. And so basically what's going to happen is these two transports are going to switch positions. And then the 4 infantry and 2 artillery from the U.S. is going to come to Spanish Morocco. And then down here in the Mediterranean, honestly, these 2 sets of transports are not going to actually, yeah, these 2 sets of transports aren't even going to move. They're going to stay where they are. And then, no, actually, I could risk this. I could take a risk here. I didn't have this planned out, but I could take a risk with the U.S. forces right now. You know what? I'm already going to admit this, guys. This is probably going to be the last turn of the game just because, I mean, just looking at it. I mean, you look over here. Austria is very much about to lose Bohemia and Triolia. I mean, you have the French-Canadian army here with 9 infantry, 3 artillery, and a fighter. Combining that with 2 infantry, 10 artillery, and 3 fighters going in on Bohemia. It's very much likely the French will succeed. Even if France takes 1 infantry from the Canadian army to take Triolia. And then it'll just be a matter of time before they work their way south. But so, 1 second. So, you know what, with this, with the U.S. forces in Egypt, oh wait, no, I can't, it's contested, so I can't go from a contested battle to another battle, so never mind, I can't do it. I was thinking about taking these 2 infantry off on a transport, bringing them up to Trieste, and landing in Trieste, but I cannot do that, because I'm in a, contested zone. So, okay, I can't do that. So, I guess that really is the end. So then the U.S. will deploy 4 infantry and 2 artillery. And, at the end of the turn, the U.S. will collect 20 plus the 4 they saved for 24. Oh, damn it, I did it again. Oh, good, I didn't break this one. I really need to be careful on how close the board is to the edge of the table and what I wear and this and my stupid microphone, which is not helping at all. But okay, so the U.S. altogether collects 24. And then, like I said, honestly, guys, that's the end of the U.S. turn. That's the end of turn 11. And honestly, like I said, I'm going to call it. There's just, I don't see a win for the Ottomans and the Austrians at this point. It's come to the point now where, I mean, they'll clear the Albania pocket, can shift forces to Trieste, but again, you just have this massive French force right here, not to mention the French rebuilding the factory here and here. More than likely, they'll have more than enough IPC to move this back to a major and just keep right on trudging south east until they reach Constantinople. So that's it, guys. I'm actually calling it. I am calling the game. It is another Allied victory. Overall, it was fun. As far as anything, I didn't really even change much. And I mean, obviously, there were a couple bad mistakes that I made as the Germans. Honestly, I guess I don't have a lot to. I really don't have much to say to warrant a separate post-term video. So I mean, I guess I'll just go through it right now. Overall, I mean, I liked everything was the same. I mean, obviously, with the Germans being too aggressive on turn 7 was their downfall, especially considering that the French didn't have the mutiny. So the French never really got paralyzed. I will say I was surprised how events in Russia went. I was 100% sure that Russia was going to go out early, but just dice rolls. Dice rolls saved the Russians all the way up until they exited the war. Though them extending their stay in the war one more turn, at least for a short term, was detrimental to the Allies because it did allow the Austrians and the Ottomans to grab some more Russian territory, which I think was helping keep them into the game. But then obviously like the French landings in Constantinople, and then again Germany just being too aggressive when they really should have stuck to the defense, really undid the Central Powers' chances for victory. So that's it. And, well, that's it for World War I, guys. I don't really have any plans to do a second game. I think at this point, just going to focus on trying to wrap up Operation Chromite. And then when we finish Operation Chromite, well, geez. I almost think by the time we finish Operation Chromite, it'll be the new year. And with the new year will come some other games. Let me see here. I guess I could tease a little bit on what the plan is after Korea. After deep diving into one of the Axis and Allies Discord pages, I found a fun Axis and Allies 1940 game or scenario that begins the game 2 turns prior, so you're actually starting the game in May of 1939. Me and Airsoft Commando have been looking at it, adding 1 or 2 things to the rules that we've seen, and we have decided that is probably what we're going to do next, which is, I guess you could call it Axis and Allies 1939, because that's when we are, that's when the game is starting. But so yeah, this World War I was fun. If you are interested in my cheat or at least in my setup sheet and like a little extra rule sheets, just leave a comment and we can figure out a way to get that to you. So that's it for now, guys, and as always, take care.